Hey everybody,
Hi everyone.
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
ElleKosGlam at home, back from Cancun with a sunburn on my forehead.
All right, everybody. Well, happy Friday Eve to each and every one of you. Today we're going to discuss how to logistically get to Mexico and back home the most efficient way possible to bring your stress level for traveling to a minimum. And so we'll discuss all the things involved with that so that you can enjoy your vacation to the max.
Let's do it.
We'll be back right after this. All right, greetings to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's joining us online today. We're going to kind of stick for a little while here with the subject at hand so we can go and flow through this pretty well so that people that are watching this can turn this on and get their information right away. So what we wanted to do is just kind of make a video for you guys to show you if you do decide to take a Mexican vacation, and whether it be to Cancun or Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, it's all the same process. To get into and back from Mexico. So some important information as of right now. This is March the 4th.
Yes.
A COVID test is not required to fly into Mexico. However, it is required for returning to the U.S. You have to have a negative COVID test at least no more than 3 days prior to your return to the U.S. So we're going to kind of go through some of the steps on how you get to Mexico, and then we'll talk about the COVID testing procedures and how you get back and all the good stuff that you need so that you can make this a stress-free environment. First and foremost, so once you get on the plane headed to Mexico, they're going to hand out a couple of forms to you. And so this is our first tip for you right now. Some of the airlines have indicated that they're going to stop issuing the forms, and so that you'll either have to do this form ahead of time and or do it once you get into Mexico, which can be, time consuming. You're there, you want to go enjoy your trip. So there are several websites you can go on to, but we have one right here that you go to CancunAirport.com, navigate to the entry immigration form online there, and you could actually fill out. Now you're going to need one of these for each and every person that's traveling with you. That's not a per family thing. This is for each and every person that's traveling with you. So you can fill this online. If you don't, no worries. They will give it to you on the plane. But this is something similar to what the form looks like here that you'll need to get in through immigration once you get to Mexico. Out of everything, guys, it's like the simple things in life are so necessary. Here's the biggest thing you need with you on this plane.
Oh my
Your
gosh.
passport, your PIN, your airline information, and your hotel information.
Absolutely. A pen is like a needle in a haystack when you're trying to fly with the pandemic because nobody wants to pass you a pen.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you take your own pen. It took us a half hour to get a pen to fill out our information because I forgot our pens.
Yeah, well, don't be like us and leave it in the overhead compartment,
Yes.
So keep it on your person when you're there so you can fill out these forms promptly while you're sitting on the airport, while you're sitting on the plane, waiting for the plane to land. You can get this stuff all filled out if you have not done it online already, and then take it with you. Your airline information will be on your boarding pass that you had right there because you're going to need that airline information. And just take a screenshot or print out your hotel information, just fold it up and stick it in your pocket, put it in your wallet, ladies, put it in your purse, whatever, and just have that so that you can be able to fill out those forms and have all that ready to go.
Whatever you do, don't put it in your carry-on because you have to walk past the people on the plane. It's tight. You have to get your luggage down. People are kind of nervous. You have to give them 6 feet. You don't want to leave it in your bag. So make sure you have it with you before you board.
Right. And so then once you get into Mexico, you're going to claim your luggage, and you'll head to immigration, and you'll present them with these forms. They may ask you a few questions where you're going and everything. Once you're through there, then you head off to your mode of transportation, whatever that may be, and go on to your resort and enjoy. So, make sure, guys, that you check with your airline on how they want you to present your COVID test results for coming back home. There are some airlines that have an app where the information gets loaded up directly into the app, and then some, like with Spirit Airlines, we just had a physical paper that we handed to them as well. Yep. So, and this is what you need to get through the immigration process. There, you need the immigration forms, passports, health questionnaire. So, guys, once you get to the hotel, first thing you want to do is find out where is the COVID testing for the hotel and when you can do it.
Yes.
Most of the resorts. So let's talk about this. So most of the resorts, as long as you're staying 3 days or more, 3 nights or more, have been including the COVID testing in with your stay, the cost of your stay. So it doesn't cost you anything to do the COVID testing. So you want to find out where that's at and where you can sign up. Most of the time, you're going to have to make an appointment to get that done. So do it at an appropriate time for you, where it's not going to be too intrusive to your vacation. So you want to make sure that you get that done.
Me and Mr. Traveler decided to make an appointment on Saturday morning. That was the day before we had to leave, which was Sunday, to go ahead and just do the test that early that morning. The reason why we're covering Cancun is because a lot of people are going to Mexico, whether it be Cozumel, Puerto Vallarta, anywhere in Mexico. A lot of people are going there, but you need the COVID test to come back. So we're trying to walk you through the steps at the airport, immigration's customs, to make it easier for you so you won't have a difficult time going through. So you just breeze right on through.
Yep, absolutely. And it's important to note, too, that a lot of the resorts are also including an additional stay for anybody that's testing positive. So if you do end up testing positive and you have to quarantine there for the 10 days, that is included in there. So that's not all resorts, but it's a lot of the big major resorts. They do include that in there, so the testing and that. And it's important to note that it's only for the people that test positive.
Yes.
So if you have a family of 5 and there's only one person,
with you.
yeah, if there's only one person that tests positive, then it's only the one person that's going to be able to stay. Now, the other people can stay, I guess, but you probably have to end up paying for that. So that's important to note. And also, if you test positive, more than likely what they're going to do, guys, is give you the second test on there, the more advanced test, because it's going to be the rapid test the first time. And if you get a false positive, they'll give you the other test.
Antigen.
Yeah, to make sure that it's not a false positive. If you do happen to test positive, for that second test, guys, it's very, very important that you call your airline right away. Let them know what's going on, because you don't want to be a no-show for an international flight going back home. You want to definitely let them know what's going on. Most of the airlines will reschedule the flight for you, and
as long as you call in time. There's a time limit.
Yeah, you want to call before your plane takes off.
Definitely.
That's why you want to give yourself those few days ahead of time. If you can get it done the 3 days before you go back home, or 2 days before you go back home, that's probably the best. The more time you can give yourself, the better. But you don't want to be a no-show for an international flight coming back. And they will work with you getting back home on the flights. But, of course, you're going to have that negative COVID test. So you have to be tested again at the resort until you get that negative COVID test, and then you can take it from there.
Me and Mr. Traveler took the test as fast as we could. At pretty much every resort, you have to make an appointment to go down there in the lobby and take it, and the line was long. Just to let you know, we did cover some things, and we're going to bring that information starting tomorrow, our vlogs of Cancun, so you can see how it was going there, because there's not a lot of places that's open right now, but Cancun in Mexico is one of those places, and they have some fabulous resorts to go to. I'm telling you, you have to just check out Mexico. They are on their game about sanitization and social distancing, and they are very, very thorough there. That's why me and Mr. Traveler continue to go there, because they have their acts together.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, so this is kind of like what a test looks like. I've got our names folded down here,
Yep,
but
that's what the test looks
this
like
is
once
negative
you get it
COVID
back.
test, and we had to just present this.
Hold this up so I can see it.
So
Yeah.
once you get to the airport, very important that you keep your immigration form, the one that you either filled out online on the way to Cancun or the one that you filled out on the airplane. Very, very, very important that you keep that with you. Once you go through immigration, take it, put it in your passport, and put your passport someplace safe.
Yes.
Because you're going to need those forms to get back. In addition to those forms, you will need the negative COVID test or upload it to their app, depending on the airline. And also once you check in, there's also going to be a QR code somewhere near the check-in desk for the airline. And it's another questionnaire, health questionnaire.
There's going to be like a little box, and it's going to look like computer images on there. There's a box. You have to scan that and take the questionnaire there too.
Right. So we have yet to be successful getting that QR code to work.
We keep having trouble.
The
with
first
QR
time I
codes.
was using their Wi-Fi. The second time we went, I used, we did have cellular service. Still was not able to get on. No worry, guys. And we were not the only ones. I've seen a lot of people having problems with this.
You make so many friends when you try to do things like that and mess up and trying to get it together. We made like 5 friends in the line.
So, so then so if you're having problems, it doesn't work for you guys, head on up the escalators, head up towards the security, and there'll be somebody up there handing out little paper versions of these. And I don't even know how really serious they are with this anymore, because the first time we went, they definitely took this from us. This time the guy just looked at it and gave it back to us. So this
sometimes they look at it real hard, and sometimes they just scan over it.
So I don't know if this may phase out or nothing, because it's kind of redundant if you're coming in with a negative COVID test for them anyway. For the U.S., it's kind of redundant. This may be for more or less maybe people that are flying intra-Mexico or to other countries.
International flights, maybe.
So not sure. But for now, you need that. So if you can't do the QR code, you can do that paper. You give it to them at the security. You show them this big block of paper you got. So you're going to be giving them your passport, your immigration form, your COVID test will be in there. That little square piece of paper we showed you is going to be in there, and your boarding passes. So a lot of stuff you're handing to them.
A lot of paperwork.
But if you listen to me, guys, and put all this stuff together, you'll get through there easy breezy, and it'll be
hard for us at all.
Stress free. So then once you get back to the U.S., guys, the only thing you're going to need in the U.S., because they're going to take, once you get onto the airplane, they're going to take most of the stuff from you. They'll take it right there at the gate for the airplane. Then when you get to the U.S., the only thing you have to present is your lovely smiling face.
Yes.
And your passport.
We had to take our masks down for customs so they can see our faces on our passport, and that was another line. And then after that, we were done.
Yep.
It was really easy breezy, but we just wanted to take you through all the steps that we went through, so it'll be easy for you to go when you decide to, either go, I don't know, to the Bahamas, Aruba, Cancun. It could be anywhere. We want to make sure you have all your paperwork together, because if you don't, it'll be a nightmare.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, once you get on the plane, then you get rid of most of that paperwork. Like I said, you'll just have your passport for the U.S. agents when you get back. They may ask you a few questions if you got anything to declare or anything like that. So
yes.
How you answer that is up to you.
Yes, they do ask, and they do have the little dogs running around. The puppy dogs running around.
Ooh.
No food.
No.
Make sure you don't bring food
No
back.
food, but more importantly,
what? No cell phones. Oh.
They here in Orlando, at least, I don't know how they're going to be every place else, but
they were really strict about the cell phones.
Very strict on the cell phones. I mean, all the way down to you went through the customs, declare whatever you have to declare, then you go down to pick up the luggage, and you have to go past the puppy dogs and
The,
the guard and the
there's
agents
a lot of guards there.
before you leave, and they are like, they said they will confiscate the phone.
Even if you pull your phone out, they would take it. It doesn't matter if you own it or not. They said no cell phones. So when you go to pick your luggage up, when you're coming out of customs, please do not pull your phone out. Even if it rings, don't pull it out, because one person's phone rung and they were really strict. Like, do you want me to take your cell phone? We announced it on the plane that we were going to take it. So they was kind of, not really rude, but they were strict and firm, and they did not play about cell phones. They had so many people walking around us looking for our phones, and you just stand there and the puppy dog smelling on you, and you just you kind of standing there, and then eventually it's over. So just when you get out of customs, you're going to get your luggage, please do not pull your phone out, because they will take it.
So KB asked a good question, and I'm going to answer this really quickly, but I need you to make sure you do your research on this, because
Yes.
Jamaica is a little different. Things have
Jamaica's
changed.
going different than Mexico.
Things have changed with Jamaica. So you have to have a negative COVID test 3 days before you go to
Prior.
Jamaica and coming back home. And you have to register on Jamaica's national website. I want to say it's at least 5 days before your trip. I would do it more than that. But please go right away and check and see what your time frames are on that, because that's a little bit more stricter. The Mexico is the easiest right now because you don't have to have the COVID test going down there.
And that's why we went.
Many of you going into the Caribbean islands are going to need some type of COVID testing.
Going and coming.
Going and coming, yeah, absolutely. And there are different restrictions and different things that you can do going to these different islands.
The Bahamas and Jamaica is on the same thing, where you have to have it going and coming.
Yeah, most of them
Bahamas
are.
and Jamaica.
Mexico is the least restrictive right now. So, like,
Right.
if you want to go without getting something shoved up your nose a bunch of times, Mexico is the place to go.
Yes, because
right now.
it is not. It is not a comfortable thing. I was talking with my dear friend Cheryl today, who goes way back. Me and her, we work in the medical field, and we were chatting about it. And that test it's not an easy test to get. It's like touch literally the back of your brain.
Mine was good.
His was good. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. His test was good, but mine wasn't. Turn this off. Sorry about that. Somebody's calling while we are on the phone, which is good for business. Let me just turn this off.
Thank you so much. Aries are great for that super chat. Where's my horn?
Thank you so much. Aries are great for the super chat.
Where's my horn?
She said, thanks for the info. Heading to Cancun JW Marriott Resort and Spa for my birthday, April 1st. I see Aries. See, it's Aries season. Yay!
Okay, why isn't my horn working? Let's see. There we go. That's going to be beautiful. I love JW Marriott Properties. They do it well.
We love those.
Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate
Did
you
we
so much.
stay at a Marriott before we went to Cancun? We did. At the airport?
Oh, that was a Hyatt.
That was a Hyatt.
The Hyatt, yeah.
We stayed at a really nice Hyatt the day before we left for Cancun.
Sarita Martin.
Oh.
Okay, why isn't my thing working today? Okay, I got to do this the old-fashioned way here.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarita. We appreciate
Thank you, Sarita.
that super chat. You are awesome. Thank you so much.
Cheerfully blowing at a party horn. Thank you so much, Sarita. We appreciate each and every red copper. You and Aries are great. Happy birthday. Aries are great. Our birthdays are very close to each other. Yes, Aries season. Like I was saying earlier, I was talking to my buddy Cheryl, who is down below. Hi, Cheryl. And we were talking about the tests, and we were talking about the different vaccines and things you need. And we were, chit-chatting it up about, traveling right now. And you want to make sure you definitely get that test before you go and after. Even if you can get the rapid test that doesn't hurt so bad, or you can get the antigen, which is the long test that goes down your nose and check everything. Those results come back really, really quick.
Pringle said they're supposed to be going to Jamaica this Saturday and tested positive.
Oh no!
Sorry.
I'm so sorry to hear that. White Pringle 07, you are in our prayers. Please stay up, and we are praying for you and your family.
Yes, absolutely. All right, everybody. So just wanted to come on here really quickly and bring this information to you. We'll be having some more videos coming from our time in Cancun.
And I want to say hi to our first person that was on, Stan Queen. Thank you so much for jumping on first. I appreciate you.
Hello there.
Hello, Stan. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, this is the channel you definitely want to be subscribed to, because we're going to tell you how to travel in this pandemic. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you love content like this. And if you are new to our channel, welcome. We want to give you a warm welcome. Comment below and let us know that you are new so we can go ahead and get to know you. If you're a little shy and you don't want to speak down below, we understand. We have a private group for you. It's called Mr. Traveler's Cruise Lovers, where you can go ahead and talk it up with people who are like-minded, just like you, who wants to travel. You are free to say whatever you like in the comments, as long as they are not derogatory and rude. And you want to answer 3 questions just to make sure we know you are not a troll, because we get trolled all the time on YouTube. I know you understand. So give us a call, 877-697-4470, or we can be reached at www.mr-traveler.com. If you are just joining us, I see a lot of people who had came on. If you are just joining us, just go ahead and watch the video back, because this is some information that you definitely want to save in your favorites, whether it's this year or next year.
Thank you, Wyatt Pringle.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you for that super
chat.
chat, and we hope that you are feeling better and get over the illness quickly and well, and be able to get back to traveling. And with that in mind, and I also saw a comment from Nurse Shay, which I think they kind of go hand in hand. She said it would. When she asked, would it be advisable to take a copy of your vaccine record? I absolutely think that it would. But do understand, though, even though you have a vaccination, everybody is still subject to doing the COVID testing.
You have to take it anyway.
Also, if somebody has tested positive
In your group.
and, well, let's say last 3 or 4 weeks ago somebody tested positive, and then they have a trip coming up, they may still be testing positive even though they're past their time of
Incubation time, or
where they can infect other people. So they're past their 10-day
quarantine
period.
time.
The doctor can give you the form that says, this passenger tested positive for COVID-19 on this date. They're no longer, what's the word I want to say?
They're no longer contagious.
Thank you.
They're not the host.
Yeah, they're no longer contagious. They're able to travel, yada, yada, yada. You definitely want to bring that letter with you.
Yes, please do.
You
Please
can
bring as
travel.
much as you can. Me and Mr. Traveler, when we travel, we kept everything all together very neatly, and it helped us get through customs without Mr. Traveler fussing. Because if he don't have something right, he don't like that.
Hello to our friend Andre from Jamaica. We haven't talked to you in a while, Andre.
Hi, Andre from Jamaica. How you doing?
Hope everything is good down there, Mountain.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody who's commented below. I know Cruise Talk is on. I saw him comment earlier and said the test's not that bad.
Yeah, mine wasn't bad, but they got L.
Mine heard it, his didn't.
They were like, "Hey, we're here for the test."
Yeah, they kind of jammed it up my nose, and I work in the medical field, so I know you're supposed to slowly put the test in. They kind of jammed mine, but Mr. Traveler, they took their time.
I had a little old lady with mine, and I said, "Please take it easy on me, dear lady," and she did. She just ever so gently. It was not bad at all.
Mr. Traveler didn't feel a thing. My person was new, so he kind of didn't know what he was doing. So he jammed it down there, and I'm like, oh my God, it hurt it. So, your eyes water. You feel like you got to sneeze. And the closest thing that it feels like to me is when you go swimming and there's water that get up your nose and you can't breathe and you kind of swallow the water off guard. That's exactly how it feels to take the test.
Yeah. Sanders said you have to have passports for all cruise lines. No, but we definitely recommend people to have passports. God forbid something happens and you're in another country or the island. that definitely expedites you getting home
That's
a
right.
lot more
You
quickly.
have to have your paperwork because you got to remember you're going into a whole nother country.
They're good
You're
for
doing
10 years. I
They
mean,
are.
it's an
It's worth it.
investment in your travel history,
Yes.
your repertoire.
Yes.
Cruise Talk said they got both his nostrils.
Oh, no.
Oh, you got double jam, my friend.
I got one. Cruise Talk had two. I had one.
All right, everybody. Well, I want to
Okay.
thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you found this information helpful, and it helps. You know that our goal of this particular video is to help you travel stress-free.
Stress free. You trying to get out of here? It's a pandemic, so you trying to get out there a little bit, get your feet wet traveling. You know, you don't want to. You've been home for a year. It's time to kind of get out there and start traveling. So we kind of pushing you a little bit, letting you know what paperwork you need, and just take your time. If it feels overwhelming right now, because I know somebody commented and said this is just too much for me right now. I'll just wait. That's fine. You know, let us be the guinea pigs. We'll go out there and go through everything and let you know how safe it is.
The resorts are doing a very good job
They are.
of
They really are.
of doing things.
I have to say that.
I would say this piece here, if anybody was a little bit nervous of anything, would be the airlines. We said this before. You know, the airplanes are pretty full.
The airplanes need to work on it a little bit more.
But you know, as far as
Yeah.
being in Mexico, but listen, they sterilize the plane before each flight and
They do.
everything like that. So I mean, just keep your sanitizer with you. I guess we should have added that to the list too, right? Keep that with you
That's
at your
true.
seat.
We
And
try not to touch anything when we're flying.
Yeah.
We just sit down, you know, Mr. Traveler have his little game or his movie and he watches that on his lap. We try not to use the flap down, the pull down so much. Just don't try to touch as many things. Try to stay safe as possible. That's why we haven't, I think that's a big reason why we haven't gotten sick yet, because we disinfect and we keep our sanitizers in and out of our car. We constantly using sanitizers. So you have to constantly keep it in the back of your mind to do that. We're just trying to help you.
Yep. All right, everybody. So I do want to thank you each and every one for watching. Again, I
Yes.
hope you found this helpful. If you do, guys, hit that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe with us,
Yes.
guys. Hit that bell so you know when we go live. We just jumped on
We
impromptu
did.
today.
We didn't want to warn you. We just went on and just jumped on with some information. My forehead is burnt because Mexican sun is different from Florida. I don't know why I missed putting
Well,
sunblock on my forehead.
Somebody took her for a little adventure, and we didn't have hats.
Nope, I forgot my hat.
Me
So my forehead is burnt.
No birdie for me.
Yeah, I burn before Mr. Traveler does, which is crazy.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be talking to you this weekend.
Life's short.
Have fun.
See the world.
Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.